Hey folks, welcome back to another one of these videos here. I enjoyed doing it, so I thought I'd do it again. This is actually my second time recording this voiceover because I forgot to hit record the first time, and I was just talking through it. So maybe this will be a better version. Anyway, I do swear at the end of this video, so if that offends you, please stop about 2 or 3 seconds before the end of the video. What I'm doing here is I'm turning an acrylic blank that I cast about a week ago, and then over the last weekend here, a few days ago, I tried to turn it. I did pull it out of the mold a couple of days early, but it seemed to be okay. Yeah, I don't know much about the material, but it seemed fine. Yeah, so I'm using some carbide tools here. This round carbide tool, it's not working too well for me. The blank itself, it's not very geometric because I made it using a mold, or I made it using a mold that I made. So I shaped some clay, and then I poured some silicone into the clay, and once the silicone had dried and cured, then I poured the acrylic into the silicone to make this blank. And I thought it'd be okay, but if I'm going to continue to do this, I probably need to make a different mold. Yeah, and these because it's just cutting into it was a bit of a chore. Yeah, in this material, it doesn't cut like wood. It cuts like rubber wood, I guess. And so it's different. There's a different sort of resistance to it, and yeah, so that took some getting used to. It was an adjustment for sure working with this. Plus all the material that just flies off. Like it makes a hell of a mess. Which is I'm still finding pieces of it all over, which is annoying. But I think there's a lot of potential with this material because you can do a lot of things with it. You can really customize it to what you want it to be, and you can include some inlays and things like that, which would be really neat. So once I figure out how this works, then yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more of that. One of the big problems with this material, though, as you can see, well, it creates a mess, but when you're turning, it becomes really hard to see what you're doing. So I can't see where the end of the chisel is, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm cutting into. So I ended up looking at the other side of the blank, which probably isn't the best idea, but you do what you can. And yeah, so here I'm just trying different methods to just get this thing to round, which was a bit of work. Yeah, so here what I've done is I've pulled out this mini spindle gouge. It came with the lathe, and it actually worked out quite well. I didn't sharpen it beforehand, which I probably should have done, but in the end, it was fine. Now, I think the big advantage of this tool is that you present it differently to the material. With this, what you do is you sort of present it at an angle and then you lower it down until it meets the material. So the material is coming at it at more of an angle. With the carbide tools, you present it more, I guess it's perpendicular to the material, and so it cuts differently. Well, it cuts differently. This mini spindle gouge seemed to work out much better. So in the future, I'll probably use this to make the blanks round. As you can see, it's just going it's a lot faster, and the cuts are just a lot cleaner. So I'm glad I had that kicking around. So I'll have to sharpen that. Yeah, I think my dad's sending me a grinding stone, so I should get a nice package on Friday, which I'm excited about. Oh, and some other exciting news. I made my first sale, which was terribly exciting. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. And then, yeah, I'm working on somebody's contact me and asked me for some custom work. So I've ordered some materials to do that, and then I'll put that together for them, and hopefully they like that and want to buy it. Yeah, need to work on my business savvy. I should probably have asked for more of a commitment before I made a commitment, but that's how we learn. Yeah, so you can see like this material just builds up real quick, and then it gets everywhere, and you gotta wipe it off, and yeah, it gets stuck in the mandrel, which is annoying, and then you gotta pull it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, pretty good though. This is supposed to be purple, and it's supposed to be an opaque purple, but in the video it looks more blue. But if you see it in real life, it looks purple. So it's just my photography skills that need some work. In the end, you can kind of see in the middle there that it's not opaque so much as it is translucent, which I don't know. I don't know how to fix that because I thought I used a fair bit of the dye, or maybe I used the wrong type of dye. I don't know. But this Alumilite deep pour clear cast stuff is supposed to be, or has been designed for turning. So it dries, or it cures rather, without the need for a pressure pot, which is essentially, yes, like a pressure cooker without the water, or without a liquid to create the pressure. So you just pump some air in there, and that's supposed to help the acrylic cure. This deep pour resin is designed for larger pours, so things over, I think it's 2 inches, they say. So there's a lot of potential with the idea for sure. It's just figuring out how it works, and that's what you're watching me do now, and that's sort of what I'm talking you through here. I will say that I was a little bit cocky going into this, so I need to check that. I need to rein that in. I was feeling a little too good about myself. It might have been the classic hip hop music that I was listening to, which you can kind of hear. And hopefully it hasn't been too annoying so far, and hasn't been distracting you from, you know, my sultry voice and thoughtful insights. But yeah, I was dancing a little bit while I was doing this for sure because I was having a good time with myself. Um, yeah. Well, yeah, that came out wrong. I was having a good time, enjoying myself while I was I don't know how to put this nicely. Anyway, so this is where I start to get a little bit overzealous. I think, thinking that I've got a better handle on things than I actually do. Yeah, this material it just gets everywhere, and it's kind of annoying to work with. Because you have to take care of it, like you have to clean it up and things, but that's okay. So this is where my overconfidence really comes through. I'm trying to shape this blank in a way that I probably shouldn't have been on the first go. Yeah, one of the problems with working with this acrylic is that I think I mentioned earlier that you can't see where the tip is, but it really becomes a problem when you're trying to do more detailed work, because you have to stop frequently, or I'm doing it wrong. Now see here, you can kind of see the brass tube shining through on the blank on the left, which, I mean, it looks alright, but you'd really have to think about that, incorporating that into your design, if that's something you want. There are different types of dyes and pigments that I can get, but I was just using what I found at the Michaels. Yeah, so it worked. And then I think, yeah, it's pretty quick here. You'll see that I just went a little too far. Got a little confident, and I was trying to get this blank to match the bushings there, so that would fit nicely in the, like, when I assembled the pen. But let's see, where is it here? I like how that looks. That looks really nice. Just that the material coming off of the chisel there, that was piling up. Yeah, I was feeling pretty good. Looking at it, and this one was okay. And this is the cut. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm hoping to get better at this for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Guess I'll see you or talk to you in the next one.